Hey guys, welcome back. I hope you're having a good day today. Guess what we're doing today? I bet you can't guess. We're gonna read some Reddit stories and they're gonna be concerning and probably infuriating. And let's begin. Also, subscribe if you want to. And thank you for the support, everybody. Am I the a-hole for selling my Taylor Swift tickets after my girlfriend cheated? A few months back, I, 27 male, won some money and I decided to surprise my girlfriend, 25 female, with Taylor Swift tickets for her Vancouver show. She's been a massive Swiftie forever and I knew this would mean the world to her. I spent around $800 for 2 really good seats. Last week I discovered that she'd been secretly meeting up with her work friend for months. I found out because she accidentally left her Instagram DMs open on my laptop. She'd been using it to print something. And I saw weeks of flirty messages and plans to meet up. When I confronted her, she tried to deny it at first, but eventually admitted that they'd kissed several times and they had been having an emotional affair. I was devastated. These tickets were meant to be a special experience for us, and I couldn't stomach the thought of taking her after this betrayal. Of course, OP. Instead of letting them go to waste, I decided to sell them. Given how insane the Taylor Swift ticket market is right now, I was able to sell them for $2,400, triple what I paid. When she found out I sold the ticket, she completely lost it. Wait a second, so she betrays you and cheats on you, but still expects you to take her to the concert? She completely lost it. She's been blowing up my phone, calling me petty and cruel. Says the cheater, saying that I ruined her dream and that the tickets were a gift so they belong to her. Her friends are also messaging me saying that I'm an awful person for using the tickets to hurt her. She cheated on OP. What are you talking about? I'm pretty sure when you cheat on somebody, all of this sort of stuff goes out the window. Forget about the Taylor Swift concert. I feel like I had every right to sell the tickets that I bought with my own money, especially after what she did. But she's making me feel like I took things too far. Yeah, the person who cheated. Am I the a-hole? Absolutely not. What a garbage partner. Yeah, this comment, her betrayal completely changes the situation. I would do exactly what OP did. Yeah, I can't believe this person doesn't realize that once you cheat on somebody, that person has absolutely no obligation to you whatsoever. Yeah, like the top comment says, who gives a shit what a cheater and her gross friends think about you? Block and move on, not the a-hole. Yeah, legit, who gives a damn what a cheater thinks? She is so awful, so unbelievably awful. And like a typical cheater, not taking any responsibility. Like they're so focused on the Taylor Swift tickets. Like, hey, forget about the Taylor Swift concert. Yeah, like this comment says, not the a-hole. She messed around and found out. Note, you can't be surprised that her airhead friends took her side. I bet they all knew about her cheating all along. Advice, I assume you dumped her ass. Block her and all of her airhead friends. Could not agree more. All of these cheaters that we read about, they've got a whole bunch of morally messed up friends. Who cares what the friends say? Who cares what she says? You have no obligation to her anymore, OP. You don't betray somebody and then expect stuff out of them. Yeah, like this comment says, in the words of Taylor, play stupid games and win stupid prizes. Take yourself on a nice vacation and leave this a-hole behind. Yeah, the comment below that, lol, OP should only reply with Taylor Swift lyrics. Yeah, please, that would be so funny. I know you didn't mention it, OP, but for the love of everything good in the world, do not stay with her. This comment says, not the a-hole, laughing my ass off. Ruined her dream. Yeah, the comment below that, she ruined her dream all by herself. Oh, the audacity. Like, I can't get over this sort of stuff. Oh no, what's that? I ruined your dream. Oh, well, you ruined our entire relationship. What blows my mind is the cheating stuff is always the same. Like, wait, I can't do anything wrong ever, right? How could this ever be my fault? Like, I don't ever do anything wrong. Like, no matter what I do and how awful I am, it's always going to be somebody else's fault. I've never taken responsibility for anything I've done. Like, the goal to blame OP here. It's a very clear case of mess around and find out. But they don't see it that way. They feel like they've been wronged. Oh, I can't believe you sold my concert tickets. Like, yeah, I know I've been cheating on you, but that doesn't matter. One of the top comments says, who cares what your cheating ex-girlfriend thinks about anything? And yeah, that's 100% right. It's funny how they always get their friends to chime in too, acting like it's going to make the person feel bad or something. Like, oh, cool, so you've got a whole bunch of friends that are standing up for a cheater. Like, it's laughable, but it's also so infuriating. I literally said that yesterday. Something happened, I can't remember what it was, but I remember thinking to myself, I should laugh about this and let it roll off my back, but I'm realizing that it's actually making me angry. Okay, we're moving on to post number 2. Let's go! Woo! Woo! Am I the a-hole for refusing to share my dinner with 2 children? My female 29 boyfriend Albert, male 35, and I had a great relationship until his family moved closer to us. I haven't seen a more toxic or entangled family connection. It seems like every ex and their mother is an enemy. Every ex-boss has it out for them. Every friend should help out more and more. Everybody should take their verbal abuse. After a few run-ins, I cut mother-in-law off. His sister, female 37, is in the habit of showing up at dinner time. She has 2 kids, 7 female and 9 male, that she always brings along. I didn't mind sharing a meal, but I hated her dropping by without a warning. Albert never took action, and that created problems. Sister-in-law has an unbearable parenting style. They are good kids, but she overindulges them and lets too many things slide as their only kids, so they interject in adult conversations, have crying fits when told no, and are prone to grabbing and touching and taking stuff without permission. So they took things around the house. Cupboard items, small sculptures, my stash of hotel toiletries, my hair extensions, just to play with. And that had me going crazy trying to find them later. Fast forward, and her son, who has anxiety, had a small crisis from opening our kitchen drawer and grabbing some Poppets party snaps. Some fell and popped really loud, and he cried because he was embarrassed. I did not offer comfort because that would be indulging his Snoopy behavior. So I stayed quiet and I asked Albert to talk to his sister, which I'm sure he didn't. I'm not happy in my relationship. I don't have privacy. His sister keeps on showing up despite being told by myself that she can't keep on showing up uninvited. I'm sick of having to hide things that I think our kids are going to get their hands on. I recently put a lock on my home office door because I suspect that sister-in-law's been using my copy machine when I'm out. I work both at home and at 2 client sites, and I've been getting home after 8 p.m. I'm sick of being tense and dreading her visits because he lets her eat through our groceries like she has a right to do it. He called me selfish and greedy. What, your partner? I thought he would be more considerate now that they gave him less hours at work, and his pay cut has caused me to pay for most of our bills. Sister-in-law is a nail technician and a hairstylist. She was also a teacher at a beauty academy until she had her kids. Now she won't do anything but badmouth her ex and complain about how hard life is. She has a place to live with access to food and her own car. I'm thinking that maybe she's doing this on purpose. Last Friday, Albert went bowling with friends. I told him that I wanted a very quiet evening and I didn't want to be bothered. I got home at around 7 p.m. and I sat down to eat my seafood boil. Sister-in-law showed up asking for her daughter's backpack that she left behind. I was annoyed. I tried to rush to get it, but her son saw the crab legs and started insisting. I said I was sorry, but that was my dinner. So he starts crying and stomping and repeatedly asking his mum for my food. I said I was sorry and I quickly showed them out. To my aggravation, they didn't leave immediately. He cried outside for about 5 minutes while sister-in-law sat inside her car trying to convince him to get in. I pulled down the shutters and I tried to ignore them. When Albert got back, his face had a bitter expression. He said that he was extremely disgusted about the way that I treated his family. He stopped talking to me. It's been a few days and I'm still getting the silent treatment. I have cried a few times, especially because he's been texting me despite us being physically next to each other. Oh God, this is terrible. Sister-in-law showed up yesterday, but he wasn't home yet, so I didn't let her in. I'm angry and defeated, and I'm coming to the conclusion that I need to end the relationship because soon after he texted me that I needed to apologize to sister-in-law. I did not want things to end between us, but I feel like they're trying to walk all over me. This is so surreal. We'd planned a cozy Christmas together months ago when things were good. I'm not trying to ruin his life. Right now, his finances are not great and my salary makes a huge difference. I just don't want to be made out to feel like his family can get away with what they're doing, and I do hold resentment. I texted him about how I feel and how incredibly selfish he is to be comfortable giving to his sister with what my hard work can buy, but can't think to respect my boundaries. Am I the a-hole if I leave? I feel like somehow I'm the failure for not being willing to fight for our relationship. Albert was sitting right next to you and texting you. I know that's not the main issue here, but get out of there, OP. This comment says, not the a-hole, but you better lock down your contraceptives while you plan your exit from this dumpster fire of a relationship. Girl, why are you with this man? He prioritizes his family more than you and puts you down in your own house. And I can't believe he's giving you the silent treatment. Yeah, and also like the comment below that comment says, lock up the contraceptives. On what planet should they ever have horizontal mumbo again? Pack and go. Yeah, 100%. No, you're not in the wrong at all for leaving here, OP. Like the top comment says, not the a-hole, run far and run fast. It'll never get better. They've shown you who they are and where you stand with them. There's no salvaging this. Yeah, Albert is so frustrating in this. Like this comment says, not the a-hole, his finances are his problem. How would you feel if you found out that he was only staying with you to get more on his feet money-wise, and then he drops you like a bad habit? You said it yourself, you're not happy. His behavior's not going to change. The things that make you unhappy do not affect him in the same way. There's no shame for walking away and letting him sort himself out. Maybe he and his sister can get a place and share finances, since they seem to kind of do that anyway. You just won't be the person to bankroll it any longer. Yeah, in the comment below that, he'll come home one day to an empty house. All of my stuff would be gone and numbers blocked. No ma'am, run as fast as you can in the other direction. Yeah, definitely. And what does this guy expect? Like, of course you're gonna leave him, OP. Who would stay with him? Yeah, you're not the a-hole, OP, and you do need to get out of there. Okay, moving on to post number 3. It's gonna be a fun one. I hope you guys are enjoying the episode so far. Am I the a-hole for calling the cops on my girlfriend? My girlfriend, 24, moved into my 21 apartment last week. Everything was great. We met with the landlord today to talk about adding her to my lease. We had what started as a small argument tonight. She turned off my TV when I was playing a game. Not a huge deal, but frustrating. I looked at her and said, "Really, babe?" And she stormed off to my bedroom yelling about how it was an accident and she was tired. Everything was fine before this. I gave her time to cool down before I went to try to talk to her. When I did, she continued having an attitude and yelling at me, despite me being calm with her. Oh yeah, it doesn't sound like that was an accident then. Eventually, I got frustrated and I walked away, telling her, "Let me know when you want to have an actual conversation, instead of acting like an a-hole." She yelled after me, "Tell the landlord that I'm not signing that lease." I texted him and let him know that she would not be living here after all, and I told her to pack her things and leave. She told me that she doesn't have a ride back to her dad's house, and I said that wasn't my problem. She then told me that she'd call her ex to come and get her, to which I replied, "You've got 10 minutes to be packed and out, or I'm calling the police and I'm having you removed." She laughed and said, "Yeah, okay." So I called them and I went outside until they arrived. They went in and made sure that she got everything. Then they gave her a ride back to her dad's place. She texted me after that she only said those things to hurt or piss me off, and that she didn't really want to leave. I told her, play stupid games and win stupid prizes. Am I overreacting for calling the cops? Edit, thank you for the much needed clarity. She's gone and we're finished. It sucks right now, but I know it's for the best. I realized that calling the cops may have been a little much, but it's what I felt like I needed to do, as she wasn't taking me seriously when I asked her to leave. On the plus side, I landed a new better paying job the next morning and things are looking up. Yeah, like this comment says, there's too much missing from this story. So you're telling us that you're playing a game and she just walks up and turned off the TV and then has a hissy fit and storms off to the room saying that it was an accident. You say she was yelling at you. What was she yelling at you about? Because you said you were trying to talk to her. Then she suddenly says that she's not signing the lease. Yeah, a whole lot. So please tell us what it was. No way this all happened over that if you had considered her moving in. I can't believe all the people are applauding OP for what he did. This story is so vague. Yeah, it's so unbelievably vague. There has to be so much more information here, right? Like, that's ridiculous. But also, by the sounds of it, you're not the a-hole. Yeah, maybe you didn't need to call the police, but also you don't sound like the a-hole in this. But also, I'm finding that sort of hard to believe as well, because how did all of this even happen? Like, there's got to be so much more information here. The top comment says she texted me afterwards that she only said those things to hurt me and piss me off, and that she didn't really want to leave. My boy, this is all reason you need to break up with this girl. I draw a hard line at cheating and saying and doing stuff with the intent to hurt. This is not the behavior of somebody who knows how to have a healthy relationship. And her dangling her ex means on some level that she'll always consider being unfaithful as a way to keep you in line. That's a really good point. That's all a lose-lose. The only way to win here is to walk away from her. Yeah, that's a really good point. By the sounds of it, it's not the a-hole. It seems like one of those situations where it might be everybody sucks if we did have more information to go off. But yeah, I completely agree with that comment. That sort of behavior is so gross. And yeah, dangling the ex-partner like that comment said. Like, yeah, none of that behavior is cool. It's super icky. Definitely a mess around and find out sort of situation. But at the same time, I want to know why she said that stuff. Why did she turn off the TV? Why did she yell at you? I'm guessing that they have reasons why they did that, OP. If they don't, and she just did that for absolutely no reason, then of course you're not the a-hole. The only comment that OP has that has any information is this one. She was arguing and refusing to leave. No threats were made. She was being loud, and I have neighbors who have to be up early in the morning. Yeah, so the consensus is not the a-hole. And yeah, I guess not the a-hole, but there's so much missing information. But yeah, good luck in the future, OP. This did not sound like a fun time. Okay, that post was confusing, and now we're moving on to post number 4. Am I the a-hole for leaving my girlfriend that was financially dependent on me without warning after discovering that she cheated on me? My 28 male girlfriend, 28 female, and I've been together for 5 years. We have long talked about marriage and talked even more about future kids. She quit her job a couple of years back to pursue a medical degree. Last week, I discovered she cheated on me with an ex-boyfriend from high school. I needed to use her phone to call mine, and I went and unlocked her phone. It was open on Instagram and a conversation between them. I've got nothing against the guy personally, but he's going nowhere in life, and I don't understand why she'd want to be with him. All he does is play video games and watch TV. Anyway, rather than sadness and heartbreak, this actually made me angry. Angry that I've put so much into this relationship and woman that I thought would be the mother of my future children. Angry that I've been supporting her through college, including rent and food and tuition. Just angry. So I arranged a locksmith to change the locks the next day with the landlord's permission while she's at class. I pack up as much of her stuff as I can find and I leave it outside. I text her what I've done and I say if she wants to get anything else, I'll have her brother come and get it because I don't want to see or speak to her ever again. Since I did this, both my parents and hers have been relentlessly calling me. They say that what she did is wrong, but it's no reason to oh my god, you're not throwing it away. 5 years, and if I kick her out, she'll be forced to drop out and waste years of education. Yeah, that's not OP's problem. Yeah, the top comment, not the a-hole, she f***ed around and found out. Literally. Yeah, oh, I'm the one who threw away 5 years, am I? Oh, it's so infuriating. Like, get out of here with that crap. OP's not throwing the relationship away. OP got cheated on. Are you blind? The cheater is throwing away the relationship. You are so not the a-hole, OP. You did the right thing. Hey, I never want to see you again. Goodbye. The second top comment says, you did not throw away 5 years. She did. And there's no reason for her to drop out of education. Her new beau can support her with all of those shiny Mario World coins. Yeah, like the comment below that says, you did the right thing, not the a-hole. OP, don't waste even a second thinking about what everybody else is saying. Like the parents that are saying that what she did is wrong, but it's no reason to throw away 5 years of a relationship. Don't even think about what they're saying. I can't believe they even have the audacity to say that, but they're also completely wrong. You're not throwing away anything. Stop victimizing the cheater. OP got cheated on. Like, what is wrong with your parents, OP? I don't understand their stance even a little bit. Yeah, like this comment says, not the a-hole, you didn't throw away 5 years, she did. And if they don't want her to drop out, they can foot the bill. You're not your ex's ATM. Yeah, like what? They expect you to stay with them so that you can keep supporting them so that they don't need to drop out? Yeah, they've lost their mind. Her problems are not your problems anymore. It makes me sad. OP got betrayed. OP got cheated on. Stop victimizing and feeling sorry for the cheater. OP has no obligation to them anymore. You're so not the a-hole, OP. I love how you handled this. Like that other comment said, you did the right thing. It's the epitome of mess around and find out. And also, who do the parents take you for? Oh yeah, you're so right, parents. I'm definitely going to stay with this person who betrayed me and I'm going to continue to support them because I'd be the a-hole if I didn't do that. No, I wouldn't. Yeah, like this comment says, not the a-hole. And bold are both sets of parents to blame OP for the breakup and not the person that cheated and did the actual breaking of the relationship. I would ask all of them if they've also cheated. Since they don't have an issue with it, yeah, are the parents also cheaters? Why are they standing up for them? That's so sad and annoying because it's kind of a betrayal from the parents too. Like, oh, hey parents, so you're not even on my side? Even though my partner cheated on me? Like, even you guys aren't supporting me here? That's sad. But yeah, not the a-hole, OP. Cheaters get what they get and actions have consequences. Okay, moving on. Post number 5. Let's get into it. Am I the a-hole for ending all contact with my biological family after realizing that nothing is ever going to change with them? Growing up, I, 27 female, was the middle child in my family with an older brother and younger sister, and I was very much the black sheep of the family. My brother was the only boy and cherished, and my sister was the favorite of both parents in many ways. Even my brother can acknowledge this, but she's also his favorite, so he never cared. My sister disliked me from the time that we were young, and I was always supposed to deal with that in a way that favored her anyway. It was very unhealthy, and not all of my extended family were like that, but the ones who weren't left our lives when I was still young. The rest all saw my sister as an angel, and they felt that she deserved the world. She was always the beautiful one, and I was told repeatedly that I should wish I was more like my sister. Wow, that's a messed up thing to say. When she struggled in school, I was supposed to help her and be grateful that I was the one who got to do that. And when she got a good grade, it was celebrated, while the fact that I always got good grades was ignored. My sister could tell me that I looked ugly or hideous in an outfit, and nobody in the family would even bat an eyelid. A couple of times I asked why she couldn't be nicer, and I was accused of speaking to her in a harsh manner. I was called petty many times because I wasn't celebrating my sister's accomplishments the way that everybody else did. My sister's not special needs, was not that I'm aware of born early, or ever so sick that they nearly lost her. She was just the perfect kid in the eyes of the family, and my brother being the only boy got the positive attention for that, so he never felt slighted. I always tried to love my family anyway, but other stuff happened that made me feel unwanted and unwelcome. Like when I got married, so many complained about my choice of date, my choice of venue, my choice of dress, and the fact that I went shopping with my mother-in-law and 2 sister-in-laws, who by the way have been nothing but amazing to me. I did run the date by immediate family, and I still got complaints about the chosen wedding date. But my final straw came last week, and this is where I need people to tell me if I'm wrong or not. I'm pregnant. We told my in-laws early because they're so supportive. I waited for 13 weeks to tell my family, and the reaction that I got from my sister was that that was so unfair. Why did I deserve to be a mum when she can't have kids? Which I didn't know, and it was so unfair. So she made it all about herself. Yeah, of course. That's not surprising. embarrassing. My parents asked me why I do that to my sister. What, have a baby? Are you kidding me? And my brother just rolled his eyes. He doesn't want kids, so if my sister has none, my kids would be the only grandkids that my parents get. But apparently having grandkids from me was never going to be a good thing. So what, you weren't meant to ever have kids? You're in the wrong for getting pregnant? My sister deserves to give them grandkids instead. My sister told me that she hopes I miscarry and that she can have babies instead. This is all because you just told her that you're pregnant. And my family acted like that was fine. My husband was so done long before this, but it was the final straw for me because I don't want my children growing up being treated like crap, or for anybody to think that my sister should get all my kids. I told my family I was done being mistreated for not being special enough in their eyes, and I was going to enjoy the family who wanted me. My parents figured that I'd apologize and be in contact soon after. Yeah, I'm sure they did. But I didn't reach out, and now they're DMing me and texting me saying that I can't deny them their grandkids and that I should be making things up to my sister. Am I the a-hole? Yeah, this comment, they can kick rocks with a broken foot. Yeah, do they have a brain? No, you shouldn't make things up to your sister. By the sounds of it, your sister and your parents are downright awful. It's laughable that they feel like you owe them anything. What you should do, OP, is never speak to them again. Yeah, they can kick rocks with a broken foot. All you did was say that you were pregnant, and the sister said that they hope that you miscarry and that they can have kids. And why did I deserve to be a mum when she can't have kids? And it was so unfair. Like, what a garbage person. And how did they not realize that either? Yeah, like this comment says, not the a-hole, block them and go no contact. Yeah, I don't feel like that's even an option, OP. If they physically show up, give them a warning and then call the cops. They will emotionally abuse your kids without a second thought. Yeah, of course they will. They're not suddenly going to become good people after being awful for their whole life. Yeah, like this comment says, not the a-hole. OP, message them back that there'll be no apology to somebody that wished you a miscarriage, and that people that are okay with her saying that do not get to be grandparents. Yeah, 1,000,000%. I feel like you need to say something like that, OP. Yeah, like this one says, not the a-hole. Do not ever let your family know your children. Please stay no contact with them for the rest of your life. You do not need toxic people in your life. Yeah, I feel like these are the worst people that we've read about in a long time. Like, how can they be so blatantly awful? It barely even makes any sense. Like, the going no contact stuff is not even a question. Spell it out to them, OP, like that comment said, and then never speak to them again. That's so bad. I can't believe this one. That was such a good comment though. The one that said if they agree with the sister who says that OP should miscarry, then they don't deserve to be grandparents. That is such a good comment, and it's so true. And they need to know it too. But by the sounds of it, they would read that and they'd still find a way to blame OP. It's actually unbelievable. Yeah, okay, that post was sad and awful, but moving on to post number 6. Then I feel like we should do one more after this one. Am I the a-hole for cancelling my parents' anniversary party after they uninvited my husband because he's a waiter? I, 28 female, have been married to my husband, 30 male, for 3 years. He's an amazing partner and works as a waiter at a high-end restaurant, which he loves. My parents have always been a bit snobby about his job, making comments like, when will he get a real career? Oh God. I don't like them already. A few months ago, my siblings and I planned a big surprise party for my parents' 30th anniversary. I was covering the majority of the cost because I'm in a better financial position. Invitations were sent, catering was booked, and everything was set. Last week, my mum called me and said that they were uncomfortable with my husband attending because some of their prestigious friends would be there and they didn't want to be embarrassed by his job. I was stunned. I told her that was cruel and unacceptable, but she doubled down saying it's only one night, he should understand. I immediately cancelled the entire party, letting my siblings know why. They're furious with our parents, but they think cancelling was too extreme since the party wasn't just for them, it was for the whole family. My parents are devastated and calling me selfish, saying that I ruined their milestone. Am I the a-hole? No, and they ruined their own milestone. You did not ruin the milestone, they did. Yeah, like this comment says, if your parents are so prestigious, they can pay for their own anniversary party, not the a-hole. Yeah, what are they even talking about? It's always the case with these snobby, judgmental people. Like, half the time they're not even that prestigious or whatever they're saying, but they happily put everybody else down and pretend they're so much better than them. It's only the snobby, a-holey people that do. Like, it's so dumb to turn this sort of stuff into a competition. Like, oh, we're more fancy and we're more prestigious and we're richer than these people or whatever. Of course you're not. You're just judgmental. People like this think that they're so cool and they're so fancy, but they're embarrassing. Yeah, the top comment, not the a-hole. Your parents are acting like their prestigious friends can't handle the shock of meeting a guy who works for a living. Cancelling the party was a chef's kiss level power move. Why throw a party for people who thinks your husband's job is beneath them? They should have celebrated their milestone with the dignity they apparently think they have. If they're devastated, maybe they can cry into their snobby champagne and reflect on how trashy their their behavior really is. You did not ruin their milestone. They did. Yeah, it's not prestigious, it's trashy. That's such a good comment. Like, oh, I'm so prestigious and cool and fancy. No, you're not. You just think that you're better than everybody else. That's actually so immature, and you'd hope that they'd grow out of that sort of thinking. But yeah, they obviously didn't. Okay, moving on. The last story for the day. Story number 7. Am I the a-hole for refusing to lend my coworker my car because she doesn't have one? I work with somebody who's recently been struggling to get to work because their car broke down and she can't afford to repair it at the moment. She started asking coworkers for rides, and while I have driven her home a couple of times, I made it pretty clear that I couldn't do it regularly because my schedule is unpredictable. A few days ago, she asked to borrow my car, just for the week until she figured out her transportation situation. I politely told her no because I'm not comfortable lending out my car, especially to somebody who doesn't have insurance that would cover any accidents. She got upset and said I was being unhelpful and selfish. She pointed out that I rarely use my car on the weekends and that I could afford to go without for a bit. Now she started making comments at work about how I have no empathy and how hard it is for her to get by without a car. A few co-workers even suggested that I should have let her borrow it for a couple of days just to help her out. I'm starting to wonder if I'm being unreasonable or too rigid in my decision. Am I the a-hole? No, like this comment says, reported to HR for harassment. That should shut her up and don't give her another ride. Yeah, like this comment says, who are these people that stand on the sidelines and expect the OPs on this subreddit to always give some entitled whine or whatever they demand? Like these co-workers who think that OP should take the massive risk of lending their car out. Why don't they offer their cars? Oh, that's right, it's so easy to sit there all self-righteous and virtuous and scold others for not willingly being a doormat. Don't lend your car, it could have devastating consequences for you. And I bet that your co-workers won't be there for you if it does happen. Tell them to lend her their car and ignore them. She should rent a car, not the a-hole. Yeah, in the comment below that, not the a-hole. This is classic, give them an inch and they take a mile. Stick to it and keep saying no. Otherwise, it's going to keep on happening. This comment says, I said no multiple times. This is getting very close to you creating a hostile working environment if I don't give you my car. If I hear any word of this again, I'll be speaking to HR or a supervisor or the company owner. And to all the co-workers telling you to just let her borrow your car. Wait, so you'd have no problem lending somebody your car for a week? Great, I'll go tell her right now that you've offered your car to her. Yeah, that's wild, OP. Of course you don't have to do this. And you've already been helping them out too. They should completely understand that you're not comfortable about it. You haven't said anything rude or out of line. Yeah, and that's enough for today. We need to read something wholesome. A street singer was ignored by everybody, and then 4 kittens came to show their support. Okay, I've definitely seen this one before. I don't know if I've put it in a video though, but that is so cute. What a beautiful little audience. They're like, wow, this is so beautiful. You're doing such an amazing job. They look so supportive. Like, wow, you're doing amazing. Thank you for watching, guys. I hope you had a wonderful time today. And if you did, make sure you subscribe if you want to. And the comment of the day goes to Dana. I wanted Vincey in the comment section to know first. I just got a new cat. His family couldn't take care of him, so he was rehomed to us. He's an orange tabby named Mango, and we love him so much already. Well, congratulations. That's so beautiful. That is so awesome. And thank you for sharing that in the comment section. Make sure you say hello to Mango for us. And thank you for watching the episodes, and thank you for the support. I love reading stuff like this in the comment section. That's so beautiful. Cute little Mango, the kitty cat. Congratulations, Dana. Okay, I'm out of here. Make sure you look after yourself and make sure you have a beautiful, amazing rest of your day. And you know what I'm about to say because I say it every single day. Bye!